Since Shining Force 3, there's been no good Shining Force games. This is definitely going to be the game to change it. I'm sure about it. Let's take a look. I have so much to say about this game, so let's get on with it. This girl comes from Shining Force 1, and what she says, so this is what was not in the Japanese trailer. Wow, Dark Dragon, Ancients. Let's see now, what else does this old book say? So that's telling me that not only are they going to look at Dark Dragon and Ancients, or they might not, but they're going to look at something new with regard to the Shining Force series. However, it makes me wonder, why would they look at something new when we've already seen the trailer and we've already seen that a lot of the heroes they're all the old heroes. There's no real new hero. So there's a lot of unusual things here. And if we look at what she's looking at, is that the map of, is that actually the Shining Force map? I can't be sure about that. The only thing I can be sure of is that north is correct for her. Continuing on, and I'm going to leave it to go slowly. The focus on Korean is interesting. Why didn't the Japanese one have this version in Korean? And what does this book say? Before I continue, I'm going to pause it again and I'm going to say Korean. Now, the company that have purchased the rights to this game, purchased the IP from Sega, they're called Vesper. I'm going to be doing videos looking at them. If you're really going to play this game, you should really know the company that's going to make this game. If you don't know the company, then there's not much you can do to predict the future of this game. And Vesper are a Korean company, however, they own Hive, and Hive is a Japanese company. And Hive are the people who are supposed to be making the game. However, I wonder if I'm really right on that. Because, yeah, there's a lot of things about Hive. It seems actually that it's not Hive, but actually Vesper making the game. I can double check that when we get to the end of this video, because it says if it has Hive and Vesper on it, then it's going to be pretty difficult to figure that out. Anyway, let's keep it going. And again, it's really important to know who's making your game. Long time no see. How have you been? I've missed you. It's really good to see you again. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Happy to see you too. And I wonder how many Koreans really know this game. How many Koreans played this game back in the day? I wonder. From the looks of it, I can tell a lot of things have happened. I went through a lot as well. We have a lot of catching up to do. I bet we do. Yeah, there is a lot, and I really want to see everything in detail. I really want to see what's happening. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to speed this up, and I'm going to focus more on pausing. Okay, so I've just sped it up, so let's have a look. It's not up to normal speed. Okay, so we'll begin, but it's still sped up. So yeah, Vesper and Hive. Stop. Vesper and Hive. Sorry, I thought it came at the end. So the question is, who's making your game? Vesper, the Korean company, who this game seems more focused on, considering there's a lot of Korean, and it seems Korea always seems to get more in the mobile industry these days. Or is it Hive? Or is it a combination? Who's really making this game? Does Hive really make games? This is something I'm really looking into. And Vesper's only really made one game. And and there's a lot more to that, because Vesper never really made a game at all. So there's so much I want to talk about here with these two companies, and ideally in the next video I'm going to tell you whether you want to trust these companies to make your game. So whether you really want to chuck this game before it comes out or not. When my research is complete by next video, I'll be able to tell you that. However, at the moment, I am optimistic. Let's continue. So Sega, they own the whole IP, so they can't. They're not gonna like make Shining Soul and all these weird things. Oh, so once upon a time, the warriors who set out on the journey. Okay, so let's go back. Let's double check. I must double check those warriors. Okay, let's double check and make sure everyone there is who we know. Okay, so we have May. We have, is that Peter? Is that Peter the Phoenix? Beside her. Below, it looks like Slade. Next to Slade, it looks like Tort or Kiwi, however you want to call him. Then the magician, that's Alif, and then the main guy, that isn't that. That's the one from Shining Force 1, right? I believe I'm correct on that. And that would be, I think they call him Max, because in England they don't call him Max, I think. I don't remember calling him Max. And then Bowie is to the right at the front. And then that's Balbaroy, the bird. And then there's Adam, and the girl on the right, that must be, I'm guessing that's Sarah. So nothing out of the ordinary. And this is really important. We need to really check this in detail. I'm going to check everything. So the warriors who set out on a journey. Okay, so I don't remember all the enemies clearly, but was that Dark Soul? Was it Dark Soul? I don't remember. Dark Soul, maybe. And yeah, maybe he turned into, I don't know, was it Dark Soul? Wasn't, but I don't remember monsters very well. That's something I'm not good at. But oh, that's Dark Dragon. I remember that one. so maybe it's Dark Soul. Maybe it's Kane. I don't know. But again, okay. Again, it's the same heroes from before, but there's that one on the left who doesn't appear in Shining Force 1 and 2. He actually comes from Shining Force CD, and I did play the game, but the emulator unfortunately doesn't have like a proper save, so I had to leave the game on to keep playing it. But I think his name's Guyan or something. Now, I want to know more about these heroes. I want to know why they chose these heroes, like why these heroes are going to be in the game. Like they're all quite I think how different they are, how they serve like the holy trinity of fighting. So who's your tank? Who's your DPS? Like who's the magicians? Who's the like support versions? I mean, I think it looks like everyone's been chosen fine except for Kiwi, Slade, and Adam. I mean, anyone else? I mean, all the others are normal, and Peter, I know Peter's like DPS anyway. He's just OP. He ruined Shining Force 2, but also made it fun. But the three on the right, I can't remember Kiwi's playing style. I remember he rolls into a ball, but it's hard to believe that those three are included as in the main roster. It's going to be very interesting. Like, are they going to be A? Are they going to be B? Are they going to be C unit? Like, or are they all SS? How's the unit? How are the units going to work? So yeah. So don't forget Peter in the like bottom on the left. I think these are very. I think this remains very important. I think we have to really take note of all these heroes. But wow, for me this is huge. This is really a huge variety. Apart from the two heroes from Shining Force 1 and 2. I mean, are they just trying to say the game's going to include Shining 1 and 2 characters? Well, I would say it won't. I'm going to say it won't, because Vesper own the IPs to all of them. So, and if they included Shining Force CD, as you can see, that already shows that, you know what it tells me? It tells me they started developing, or copying, however, Shining Force 1 heroes into the game. They added Shining Force 2, and then just before it came, like before the trailer came out, they were doing the Shining Force CD. Now, from my point of view, they're going to be going Shining Force CD, Shining Force Gaiden on the Game Gear, and then they're going to move into, they'll probably move into Shining Force 3. I think they're definitely going to go through it one by one, and they'll have to go for Shining Force 3 because that will appeal to the Japanese market big time. So I'm pretty certain every hero will be accounted for. I'm going to take it further, considering Vesper are major with King's Raid, and King's Raid is nearly on its 100th gacha hero. I can tell you that I'm 99% they're going to have every single hero imaginable in this game. So let's continue. It's nice. I like this trailer a lot. Okay, so 1,000 years have passed since then. Now, if 1,000 years have passed, then why are the same heroes in the game? And if 1,000 years have passed, it's not like they've gone back in time 1,000 years. They've gone forward 1,000 years. So definitely Shining Force 3 is included. So yes, but why are those heroes there? And what in the world is this? Everyone, I've heard other trailer people chatting, and they're like, "Oh, you're either the male or the female." I don't know. I mean, in the world now, it's like, is he, she, they, or something? It's like there's 100 different pronouns for a person these days. Is it really going to be like, why would it be you start by choosing a male or a female? You didn't do that in any of the other Shining Force games. What could be the meaning of it? Is it really as simple as male and female? I've looked at their faces. I can't really tell anything except the girl's hair is really weird. It's like, it's not like the boy has some blue hair, but she has like black and red hair. I mean, I don't know what I can make out from that, but that just seems a bit unusual if you ask me. Yeah, I can't figure it out, no matter what I think. So let's continue. So at last the new story begins. So this is 1,000 years later. And again, I'm going to take the story seriously because the company that's making it are really good at making stories. Okay, so with the heroes of history who transcended time and space. Okay, so again, I didn't look at that properly. So they transcended time and space. So they went beyond time and space. So although the story is 1,000 years later, so it seems the heroes from their own time probably jumped into some MCU, Marvel, cable, time portal and have gone to the future. So why are they... What, they're going to the future? Well, the change in the future ain't going to change the past, is it? So it's going to be... Well, I guess, I don't know, maybe they need to learn something. The story's a bit unusual. And again, you have this, like, red child and this blue child to the right. And surrounded by what is, like, some kind of Stonehenge ruins. But I can't connect it to anything in Shining Force at the moment. The sky. Yeah, I'm guessing these are the people who represent you in the game. I pressed the wrong button. Let's continue. Okay, so the village. Now, I wanted to spend a lot of time looking at the village. Is there any new hero? Is there anyone new at all that I can tell? And I can also say I like the village. I like it. It's really well drawn, and you know, this is the kind of Shining Force I really wanted to see. This is how I wanted it. I really would have liked it to look like this. And I'm gonna say again, I haven't said it again actually, but I know people are complaining about this game, but honestly, why can I know the difference is, like, why can't you just bring out a normal Shining Force and just charge some cash for it? Why not? Well, I'm going to say that at the moment the remake for this game has not been made. Like, well, on the Game Boy there was one, but there's been no proper remakes for this game. So I'm going to say the first thing, before Sega even bother to do anything, I'm sure they're going to remake the game. So if this game was to do well with the free advertising Sega would be getting, then I'm sure a remake is going to be made of the originals. So that would be the first thing. And I can say that with very clearly. I can say there's a very high chance the old games are going to be remade, and I'm guessing there'll be a difference, like graphic changes or whatever. And I'll talk about that in the future, because this is the situation with Langrissa Mobile. Exactly the same thing happened. Langrissa 1 and 2 have already been re-released on the Switch and on PC. Absolutely brilliant. So let's continue with this village, and I think that's May there. But something weird, like the NPC, the villagers, right? That guy on the left, who in the world is that guy? Like, is he just a villager? Why would he be dressed like that? I mean, like, is it possible he's not a villager and he's one of the normal heroes you can recruit, but he's hiding? I don't know. I'm going to be honest, that I'm watching that guy with the hat and the pink hair, and I want to know, and I feel maybe maybe he could be some hero in the game. At the moment, I can't work out who in the world he could be, though. Okay, so here we have May. Holy cow! It's not just Sarah and Bowie, but wait a second. There's Astral. I didn't notice. So that's Astral from Shining Force 2, right? The guy with the caravan, like. So I guess he's going to be your tutor in the game. He's probably going to tutor you, or I don't know, or he might actually play. So Astral's probably involved in getting you to the future in one way or another. And who is pink hair on the right? Don't tell me that is you. Don't tell me that's like that baby in the. I mean, or is that an actual? Who could that be? You're 1,000 years in the future, then there must be some new heroes as well. Could it be a new hero, or could it really? Wait a second. Could it be Anri, the princess from Shining Force 1? Or could it even be? I was thinking, no, I don't know. It's a hard one who it could be, but this is brilliant. Like, there's lots of interesting things here. Okay, so continuing next. Okay, we got the normal heroes, but wait a second. Who's the Pegasus? Who's the other Pegasus? And who? Wait, does Sarah have that face? I can't remember. That's not. I'm confused. I said it was Sarah, but that's not Sarah. Damn, I know. It's the one with the strange spelling from Shining Force 1, the K. Chris. It's Chris from Shining Force 1 who's a healer. Damn it. Who would have guessed? And so another healer. So we can confirm Chris is in the game, but who's that Pegasus? Who's that Pegasus Knight? Where's he from? Let me do a quick check. It's not. There was a guy called Ken, I remember. That's not. It doesn't look like him at all. Oh, this is interesting. Let's find out who he is.